Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the 2002 reimagining of the Twilight Zone. And this week we're watching Sensuous Cindy, starring Greg Germann, who was in Talladega Nights, and of course in Ally McBeal. And he gets a virtual reality headset, which gives him access to this computer program. And that is clearly not how VR works. You don't just put on goggles and then you can burn your hands on a candle. That would require other sort of machinery. You'd need a haptic sort of feedback suit in order to make stuff like that work. Or the goggles would have to have some sort of neural integration. And they just kind of go, no, just put the goggles on, you're fine. I don't particularly enjoy that glossing over of it when it's this. It's not quite science fiction-y enough. If he had said, oh, just put this chip in, then we could have just written it off as, oh, that's how these chips work. But now this is a bit too close. We know a bit too much about it. Sensuous Cindy is, of course, Jamie Presley, who was in My Name is Earl, and who was also in Dead on Arrival, the DOA movie. I don't think that did her any favors, but she was in that movie anyway. We then get to look inside the VR headset, and it has these tiny, tiny little lenses like that. And that wouldn't work. I have a VR headset, and you have these big-eye, bug lenses things in order to give you as wide field of vision as possible. And these ones, you would be able to see inside them, but then you'd also see sort of the blocked frame around it. It wouldn't work out so well. The entire episode sort of hinges on this technophobia, how computers run everything and can control everything. So Cindy is a computer program, but she can dial the phone. We know ghosts can do that, but we didn't know that computer programs could do that. And she can run the elevator and do a bunch of other stuff. And that's just a sort of technophobia thing that happens. Not super chill with that, but anyway. When she gets depixelated, that is a lovely effect, especially for the time. It's not quite as impressive as the Thanos snap, but it works. You can see the computer part of it being depixeled. I think in Tron they called it de-resolution, which I like as a term for death. This reminds me of a part of a skit by Dennis Leary, and maybe it's in No Cure for Cancer, but it might not be. And he says that the world would just end, productivity would end the moment that you could have virtual sex with some supermodel. I have to look up who. Is it Cindy Crawford? Could be Cindy Crawford. And he's just proposing that the moment we have VR headsets or something that allows you to have virtual sex with supermodel like Cindy Crawford, let's say, then no one will go to work, no one would eat, people would just stay at home and do that until they die. And there might be something to that. I remember reading about an experiment where someone made a feedback trigger on a button trigger a pleasure center in the brain of a pigeon, I'd like to say. And the pigeon would just peck on the button until it died. Because it overrides all other thoughts, rational or otherwise, to stop and to get food or to rest or something. It's like, no, I can get more pleasure. I'll do that. I think there is a definite danger of something like that when it gets this close to a primal resolution that we would get into that sort of trouble. So Sensuous Cindy could be a warning for generations to come. Next week we are going hunting, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care now.